This is my GCI outdoor kickback rocker chair, and in this video we'll be testing for its ease of setup and pack away, comfort, storage, its rocking function, and more. To set up this chair, first grab the yellow tab on the closer strap and release it from the loop on the chair. Next, stand the chair up on its feet. Then locate the four corners of the chair. These two corners are the armrests, and these two are for the back of the chair. Grab opposite ends of the chair, so one armrest and one backrest. Pull it open until it's taut, and that's your chair fully set up. Here's a full time lapse of the entire setup. I timed myself and it took just about 4 seconds. As for the pack away, grab two of the four corners, preferably opposite ends, lift it off the ground, pull everything together, and lay the chair on the ground horizontally. Compress it down lightly, grab the yellow tab on the closure strap again, and then slide the loop of the strap back over the peg. Here's another full time lapse, and my entire pack away took me just 5 seconds. As for the unfolded dimensions, here's what I measured. The longest width from armrest to armrest comes in at about 32.5 inches. The longest length from the back of the chair to the front of the seat comes in at about 24.5 inches, and the total height from the ground to the very top of the chair comes in at about 32.5 inches. These are the marketed specs, and my testing was slightly taller than marketed, slightly less deep, but about right when it came to the width. Now, if you want more detailed seat measurements, here's everything to know. Total seat width is almost 21 inches. However, take note that the seat width at the front, after taking into account the two steel bars by the sides, is only about 18 inches or about 3 inches less. So this might give you a little less space than what you were expecting. Seat depth from the back to the front of the seat is 16.25 inches. Now the marketed seat height is about 17 inches. So when I took the height from the front of the chair in its natural position, that was quite accurate, coming in at exactly 18 inches. But that's not the full story. When you press the two front feet of the chair on the ground, which is the position you'd use this chair in when you're not rocking, the seat height comes in at just 14.5 inches. And then when you sit down and you take the height from the ground upwards to where you're sitting down, that comes in at just 11 inches. So overall, you're sitting much lower than you're probably expecting to be. The backrest height, which is from where the seat ends to the top of the chair, comes in at 22.5 inches. This is enough to cover my entire back, but not enough to give me a headrest. And the backrest width is almost 22 inches. Lastly, the angle of recline from the side, taken with a digital protractor, is about 17 degrees, so slightly reclined. Now we're moving into features, starting with storage. On the right armrest, we have a cup holder. Its diameter comes in at about 3.2 inches. And its length comes in at slightly less than 4 inches. So it fits most cans and bottles. On the other armrest, we have a phone pocket. Dimensions come in at only about 4 by 4 inches, which isn't big enough to fit much of anything, but it does fit a phone perfectly. Another feature this chair has are armrests. These are not adjustable, the connection at the back doesn't budge. And these aren't padded either. I think they're made of the same material as the rest of the chair, but still comfortable with no issues. Now we have the most important feature, the rocking part of the chair. GCI uses a specific patented spring action rocking tech where the back of the chair has these like piston-like things. When you sit back, the metal tube goes into the piston, and when you rock forward, it comes out of the piston. That's basically how it works, and I'll give you more info in the pros and cons in just a bit. Next, for materials and quality, I looked at the stitching and found that it was good all around the entire chair. The fabric is ripstop polyester, no denier rating specified, but it feels relatively strong. The entire frame is made of powder-coated steel. The round poles at the front of the chair measured about 0.7 inches thick. And the poles towards the back near the spring mechanism, these were flat poles, not round poles, and they had diameters of between 0.8 to 1 inch thick, which felt decently beefy and strong. As for portability, the Kickback rocker has a pack size of 39 inches in length by 7.5 inches in width and about 6.5 inches in height. The marketed specs on this were quite accurate and my tested results were similar. In terms of pack size, it's about 40% longer than like a mid-size 2-person Coleman Sundom tent. And for easy carry, this chair has a built-in carry strap. This strap is attached directly onto the frame of the chair with rivets, so you don't need a carry bag to be able to carry this around. And the weight of the chair comes in at about 10.4 pounds. This is very slightly lighter than marketed. For pros, I found the setup and pack away to be super easy, coming in at just 4 to 5 seconds each because I had no annoying carry bag to grapple with. On the other hand, most chairs come with carry bags, which make it much more difficult to pack away. For example, this is another chair from the same brand, the GCI pod rocker. I thought the spring mechanism on the rocker was very bulky, which made the carry bag very tight, and the setup and pack away timings took 5 to 9 times as long instead. I also really liked that the Kickback rocker has a decently taut seat, giving you better lumbar support than most chairs. The original seat height of the chair without anyone sitting on it comes in at 14.5 inches, but after you sit down, that drops to just 11 inches or a total seat slouch of 3.3 inches. This is actually better than most chairs. For most other chairs, the slouch can be as bad as 5+ inches. Some have a scoop shape, giving you a total slouch from front to back of close to 7 inches, which is really bad if you have a bad back. I also thought the rocking function was pretty ingenious with the whole piston-like spring-loaded mechanism. But just take note of this, if you were expecting a full range of motion, like a traditional rocking chair, you won't get it with this chair because only the back of the chair with the pistons will rock you. The front 2 legs of the chair will stop you from getting a super smooth full range of motion. The front legs are actually for regular chair use without any rocking, which was admittedly very useful. How this works is that when you sit near the front, the back will lift and it's supported by your usual 4-legged chair. The piston feet at the back are very wide, so even if the back lifts off the ground a little bit, I found that it's still very stable. Overall stability is good, and I never felt like I was going to tip over. I also thought the price isn't expensive. It's in the same price range as some other Coleman chairs, so definitely not expensive. And it comes with a lifetime warranty too. If you found this helpful so far, please help me hit that like button. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. As for cons, I think the only thing to take note of is that the actual seat height of 11.2 inches sits a lot lower than the marketed height of 17 inches, so don't get this chair if you have trouble getting out of low seats. Overall, the pros outweigh the cons, and I think this chair is great if you're looking for a relatively inexpensive camp rocker. I think GCI makes lots of great ones, and this is one of the better ones. But if you'd like to check out other camp chair options, not just rockers, do check out this video on screen where I bought and tested a total of like 20 camp chairs, and I think you'd enjoy it. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you in that one.